This is Holy Ghost Christian Center, New Jersey, the House of Stars, a place of refuge. You are welcome.
The mystery of a blessed man. The mystery of a blessed man. If you see people that are blessed, don't envy them. You have to find their secrets. So I want to talk about that today and next week. And I want you to find time to listen to it all over again. The mystery of a blessed man. And I'm here to prophesy along with it with you. Because this year I've been tagged as a year of blessing. The word harvest really means blessing. The word harvest means multiplication. When you hear the word harvest, simply means that you are not supposed to remain the same. The word harvest simply means to multiply, to enlarge your coast. That the way you are last year must not be the same this year. Last year, some of you finished last year in your account with $100. God doesn't want you to be like that this year. So harvest simply means increase, blessing of God. But every time, and you heard, I remember when Mr. Jonah was leading a prayer, he said, because you sow seed does not mean the harvest will come. Because you come to church does not mean the harvest will come also. Now that is true. There are things that you need to do. You need to find the mystery behind the man that God has blessed. There are mystery. And I always said it to people who said that, oh, I know why he's blessed. I know why he's blessed. Don't mind him. You don't know anything. You're a liar. If you know why he's blessed, why don't you do the same thing? Now, because what makes people to be envy or to be blessed, or that is when you copy their system, you also receive the same result. So I want you to learn from this, because this is the beginning of the year. While you are moving along, so that the blessing can be coming to your life. And I'm reading from the book of Psalm 1. Say Psalm 1. And not Psalm 23 today. Not Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And that is when you understand who you are. Psalm 1, and I would like us to look Amplified Bible. If the media can help me, Amplified Bible. Psalm 1. I'm reading from verse 1, and I want us to follow with me. It said, let us read together. We're going to read the whole verse together. Let me just read. Psalm 1. It said, blessed. If you are reading Amplified Bible, there is a open bracket. Is media listening to me? Okay, let me explain it to you. Don't worry. Psalm 1 in Amplified Bible, it said blessed, and in open brackets, it said fortunate, prosperous, and favored by God. In that word favor, in other part, it said enviable by God, is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, nor stand in the path of sinners, nor sit in the seat of scornfuls. Verse 2, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law, said, he meditates day and night, and he will be like a tree firmly planted by streams of water, which yield its fruit in its season. Its leaf does not wither, and in whatever he does, he prospers. Verse 4, I like it. Said, the wicked are not so, but they are like the chaff which the wind blows away. Verse 5, therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. Verse 6, for the Lord knows and fully approve the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked shall what? I know you are here this morning on an appointment with God to fulfill your destiny. I'm said tonight to announce to you that you will never remain the same again. I'm not listening, I'm not hearing. You will never remain the same again. I'm saying this morning to enforce a shift in some people's destiny. And I want you to listen very, very carefully. Shift in your spiritual life. Shift in your earthwise. Shift in every area of your destiny. I'm here this morning to prophesy upon your life that anything that make you live less than what God has ordained you to live, the Lord will destroy in the name of Jesus. When God wants to do something, he just say it. He doesn't think much about it. Just say it, and it come to pass. When I was reading that Bible verse, I think some of you would have put your name on it. Blessed is Joseph. Can you say it about it? Just mention my name. Blessed is Joseph. You are not saying, say, blessed is Joseph. On Friday, I think many of you missed a lot of things. A sister just launched a book, and he was talking about it. And he said, there's a word he said on the altar that caught my attention. So many times we leave the source and we're running after the resources. And I hold on to those words. And who is the source? God is the source. And he said, the title of the book, do you have a copy of the book? He said, lead me past this lie. Lead me past this slide. And I was listening to the panel, really blessed me. One of the panelists said something very powerful, that anytime he comes to church, that he connects to church, to God easily. That's how he connects to God. And when he connects to God, I just need a copy. Yeah, he connects to God, and unknowingly too, I will just be crying. That is his connection to God. Everybody have to find what make you connect to God. But because there's one of the song they lead me past this line. But there's one day he was just soaked with the presence of God. And eventually I found that he has cried. But in I found that the light is on, everybody's looking that he's crying. And I said, I'm crying. I will not let them see me crying anymore. So many times now when he's in the presence of the Lord, even when he's about to connect, he hold himself. You see, when he said that word, and I said, Lord, do you see the lie devil have told us? And not him alone. It happened to me sometime. Sometimes God will tell me, lie on the floor and worshiping. I said, why would they see me lying on the floor? And then I don't know what God wants to do to turn my story around. But because of the people, because I'm so concerned about what they are thinking about me, and devil, let me tell you that, do you know that they're just saying that you are weak? Now, the devil knows what God wants to do, and he now allowed the lies to hold us down, not to even be able to be open to God and to connect to God. And you see, when I got home that night, I just prayed, Lord, help me pass these lies that devil tells us that we are not blessed. Help me pass this lie that devil tells many of us that you won't marry. Lead me past this lie that devil tells us that you are not just ordinary. He said, blessed is the man that do not walk in the counsel of what? Of the ungodly. So every other thing that God wants to do for you is built in those blessings. So this morning, I want you to listen very well. Your experience about God is not to let you go through trouble. Your experience about God is to enjoy his blessing. Tell somebody beside you, this year is my year of blessing. Tell them, this year is my year of blessing. So if you look at Amplified Bible, and which I want to base on, it said, blessed is the man, and in bracket it said happiness, prosperous, fortunate. So I want us to look at some few things. What does it mean to be blessed? What does it mean to be blessed? Now, to be blessed means to be empowered. To be blessed means to be equipped, skilled, necessary to succeed in life. To be blessed means to succeed in life, to prosper in life. To be blessed means to do well in life. That's what it means. To be blessed. I'm not talking that you buy car. Car is a product of being blessed. Marriage is just a product of being blessed. Buying house is just a product of being blessed. A man that God bless, when he gets to a dry land, become a soft land, a fertile land. A man that God's blessed, doesn't matter where he found himself. If the allocation was not there, God will bring allocation to him, because goodness and mercy shall follow him. He's not following blessing because he is carrying blessing. The blessing attracts product of other thing. When you are blessed, other thing attracts. You begin to attract everything you needed in life. Can I pray for somebody this year? Your life will attract helper. Doesn't mean your life will attract helper. The Bible said, when you are blessed, you are happy. You are happy. You are happy. Happy is the man, he or she who is blessed. Happy. It means that things will happen in your life for good in 2019. You are not listening. Things will happen in your life, because happiness comes from the happening in your life. When things make you joyful, you find that you are just happy. Have you ever noticed that people you don't have the money that some people have, you are just being joyful in your heart? It's because you are blessed. Happiness is a product of happenings. Happy is a man that was blessed, that is blessed by God. And you know, as a believer, it goes beyond just being happy. If you're a believer, it goes beyond that. We are more different in different ways. You have access to joy. You have access. When you are a child of God, you have access. Not everybody have access to joy. Some of you go to club to be happy, but by the time you left club, what happened to you again? Some of you take some little just to be happy for some time. But it goes beyond that. When you are a child of God, you have joy. Joy is internal. Tell somebody internal. You don't have, you are just happy that tomorrow will be good. You don't even, you are just happy that what God have said concerning my life will come to pass. You see, happiness is not just when things are happening alone. When you become a child of God, it goes beyond just being happy. It leaves you with joy. You are positive all the time. The joy of the Lord is your strength. You think about God and your strength comes back alive. Even though the enemy is draining you. So when you are blessed, it means you are happy and joyful. When you are blessed, God gives you his perspective to situation of life. Not the perspective of people. His own perspective of life. His own perspective of life. You see things the way God sees it. When you are blessed, you see things with God. You see God as, you see, like, can I tell you something? God has no capacity for anxiety. He has no capacity for anxiety. How many people normally watch football? Or soccer? I call it soccer. I love Chinese movie. Don't know about you. I played soccer some time before, but when we go here, it's football. They normally call it. That one is not my own. But I watch soccer with some people. Have you noticed what happened? Have you noticed some of you that normally watch European League? Is that Manchester or which one do you have? A Chelsea? Maybe what do you call it? What? I said, oh, it's okay. Don't let us. Don't worry. Don't let us start fighting here now. So, but do you know what happened? Have you noticed you are sitting in that football, and some of us that are Africa, we play ball with prayer, everything. Have you know some people have slapped their wife because of soccer before? Because the match is going on, and your body just vibrating. Especially they are not beating your team. They're not beating your team. They're not beating your team. Your body is hot. They are talking to you. Leave me alone now. But do you know one thing? If you've watched that match and you find out your team won 2-3, you find out they were beating them before, but 3 minutes or 5 minutes to the end, your team eventually won. Now the following day you are not playing the replay. What happened to you? You relax. But if a guy is watching with you, you are not just even moved. Why? Because you have known the results already. That is how God operates. He knows the end from the beginning. So when you are blessed, he shows you the end from the beginning. Many times God doesn't show you the beginning. He will show you the end, that the end will be great. He will be telling you that you are about to be great. You see, so he now open your heart to his own perspective. You begin to see things. It doesn't matter what I'm going through now. The end is going to be great. It doesn't matter what devil is doing now, because it's different from the people in the world. The people in the world look at now, but the person that is blessed by God, look at the hand. Bible said he knows your hand from the beginning. When you are blessed, God make you to see those things. He doesn't have capacity for anxiety. Because you don't have money today does not mean you won't have tomorrow. Oh, because you don't have a better job now, that is not your bus stop. It's just a journey. Then you talk to yourself, I might just be going through this now, because we heard that from David. I might just be tending sheep now. My place is in the palace. I don't know many of you that think that the way you are now is where you will be, but there's a change coming for you. Tell somebody there is a change coming for you. You now see, when God is watching football, it will be boring, because he has already seen the result. Why are you agitating? Lord, how will I do it? How will I pay my rent? Say, don't worry. If it's remain one day, you will still pay it. Oh, how am I going to get my baby? He is not coming. God said, don't worry. I'm about to give it to you. That is the man God is blessed. Talking about the mystery of the man blessed by God. Because he knows the result. That's why God knows the result. No matter what devil is doing now, The result is that you are more than conquerors. Now that's what you've learned. No matter what is about to do in 2019. So when you are looking at everything in your life, you are looking at the results. My tomorrow will be better. Now that there is a testimony coming for me. In next 2 months, I'm going to have it. In next 3 months, I'm going to carry my blessing. In next week, I'm going to be victorious. So God give you perspective of who He is, and you begin to see it. And that is why sometimes, even though things are hard, you are doing everything you can do with joy. You don't let devil pull you down. Listen to me, you can't stop devil from doing what he knows how to do best. Devil doesn't have any assignment. His primary assignment is to pull you down. Its primary assignment is to kill your joy. Its primary assignment is to bury your destiny. But Jesus says, I have come to give you life. Do you know what they call life? Life is different from living. Life different from living. You eat breakfast. You eat brunch. There is which one? Next one, sir. Lunch available. Life, you don't need to cook it. What that have cooked will bring for you. Have you ever entered fitness class before? As you are entering, they are taking your suit. They ask you, do you want wine or water? For some of you in the other hand, you sit until the plane almost gets to where it's going. They will bring a cup of juice to you and bring water. In that first class, they will come and ask you, before you start, what do you want to eat? We have fried rice, we have with chicken. When they are coming, they told you, we have cheese for sales. You're going to buy in the other seat. You buy it. Dear, but they ask you, why you are eating that? They bring cake also. I want to whet your appetite. So they bring the cake. Why you are eating the cake? And as many times you want the drinks, they will give it to you. They say you want more, they will bring again. One more, they will bring again. Me and my brother, we enter business class one day. He said, this place is sweet. It's sweet. That is how God. That is what you enjoy when you are blessed. And you see, being blessed does not mean there won't be challenges. But you have access to God's heart. You have access. And the most greatest thing you want to have this year is to have access to God's heart, not to man's heart. I don't know if you are getting what I'm telling you today. Because man's hearts are seriously corrupt. Genesis might say the man's heart is desperately wicked. But when God gives you access to his heart, you don't look anybody to serve God. You are not moved by what affected people yesterday. That's somebody that will make it. So when God speaks to you about anything concerning your life, you take it and you run with it. You are not moved by what people are saying. You know the result already. In spite of what might be going on, you know that the result will be great. Then somebody, my glory will rise. That's somebody beside you, I am blessed. That's somebody, I am blessed. So when you are blessed, you are not moved by the situation around you. In 2019, there are things that will move people. I was speaking to one of our sisters that is working with the government. I said, how are you managing? He said, God is faithful. I said, that's God. But you know, in it, some people are lining up to look for food. Some family are going through tough time. And then sometimes you look at this government, do they have sympathy at all? But I heard that from her yesterday afternoon. I said, great. I said, that if God is good to you, it will be good all through. So you are not moved by the situation around you. I love one thing that happened in the book of 2 Kings chapter 6 verse 13. 2 Kings chapter 6 verse 13. I want you to learn. This is just my first series. I'm going to talk about the next piece. 2 Kings chapter 6 verse 13. There is a story about a king, the king of Syria, that sent a battalion to a prophet. They got there to arrest Elijah. Now when they got there and the servant woke up in the morning, he saw a lot of battalion army around. He screamed, hey, we are in trouble. So the man came out. Elisha said, why are you crying? When he saw them also, he saw the same army, the same problem. But Elisha saw different thing also. The man, how are we going to do? The man said, don't worry, the people that are with us, they are greater, are more than those. So the servant said, my guy is having colo. It's you and I here. Do you count this million army with chariot? He said, don't be afraid. He said, this man must be. He said, my parents told me not to follow this man. He said, they told me not to follow this man. This man must be mad. When he almost make Elisha angry, Elisha said, God, I don't know what to tell the man. Open his eyes. When his eyes was open, say, yeah, okay. The same problem, but they are seeing different things. You see, when you are a child of God, you see things in the way of God. Many of you doesn't know who you are. You are too loaded for devil to harass you. Many of you don't even know who you are. You are very powerful. Now somebody will say they are taking your name to Abalis, they are in trouble. Somebody said, Pastor, do you know they can take your name to, say let them take it there. What they will see, they will not like it. Try it. Some people have tried it before, they didn't survive. Try it. Do you think you are ordinary? You are too loaded. There are security agents that are working with you all around. You thought you are just ordinary. You drove one day and you slept off and you almost have an accident. You woke up. You thought you are the one. No, there are security agents that are saving you, that are keeping you. Mother had an accident last week. And we're just thinking, God just deliver her. Many of you had an accident, you thought it is you that came out from it. No, God just guide you. He lets you know that I'm the one guiding you, no matter what you are going through. Listen to me. Elisha also came out from me, and I saw it and believe that there is different thing that we're seeing. Fear can kill a man before his time. The man almost died, but the moment he saw that the one that was with them is more than the one they were looking at, he calmed down. So when you are blessed, God begin to fight your battle. That's why God is fighting your battle today. That's why God is fighting your battle today. So the solution that you are looking for in 2019 is beside you. That's why the solution is beside you. That's why the breakthrough is beside you. But maybe you are not seeing right. So in 2019, God needs to open your eyes. Many of you God need to open your eyes. And if you look at that, we're just still talking about the blessed. Blessed is the man. If you are blessed, one thing that God will do for you, He will open your eyes. That you won't have to fall into pits. There are people you will choose to be your friend. God needs to open your eyes. When God opened his eyes in verse 17 of that Bible verse, Bible said he saw them and he was afraid. That there are millions. Maybe God needs to open your eyes in 2019 to see what He has prepared for you. You see, when God opens your eyes and you see what God prepared for you, you will not be afraid to serve God. Because He said, if you serve me, I will bless your bread. Because many of your eyes have not opened. That's why you are so afraid to do things for God. Many of us, our eyes have not yet opened. That's why it's hard for you to give to God. Say, Pastor, if I give this one, I won't have anything. Oh, who told you you won't have anything? You condemn your blessing by yourself. Many of us doesn't know that God doesn't spend money in heaven. But He have a convertible part. There's a convertible. If your brother is in UK and you need 2,000 from him, they don't spend dollar in UK. What do they spend? Pounds or what? Or euro. So when He send the euro to you in 2,000, you convert it. So the convertible power of God for you to receive what you have on earth is when you can see the blessing of the Lord. The word of God. The Bible says, and the word be made flesh, and where it was converted to what you can see. Can I say to you this year, the blessing of the Lord will be available to you. That's why my eyes will be open. That's why my eyes will be open. So do not neglect the gathering of the border, because the reason why you come to church is to open your eyes. The reason why you came this morning is not just to sit down and be watching. The reason why you came is for us to enlighten your mind. But Paul said that my eyes of understanding be enlightened, that you have power in you. What I'm doing this morning is to open your eyes, that there are power that surrounds you, to open your eyes that you are a blessed person, to open your eyes that don't live like a mediocre, to open your eyes that don't live like someone that is enslaved. Many people live like they are enslaved. It's when you don't know who you are, you allow devil to terrorize you. Tell the person beside you, I'm too loaded. I can hear you say, I'm too loaded. Tell somebody, I'm too loaded. Hear what it says in Deuteronomy. Say going on. I'm going to stop very soon. Deuteronomy 28 verse 6 and 8. Deuteronomy 28 verse 6 and 8. I'm reading verse 6. It says, you will be blessed when you come in and blessed when you go out. Do you hear what it said in verse 7? Very powerful one. I'm reading Deuteronomy 28 verse 6. Verse 7 said, the Lord will cause the enemies who rise up against you to be defeated before you. Listen to what it said in verse 7. Said, they will come to you in one way, and they will do what? Listen to me, you are blessed. 2019 is your blessed years. Now you have to begin to see it. Tell somebody, I'm seeing it. Says something in verse 8 of that Bible verse. Said, the Lord will decree a blessing on your band. Can you lift up your right hand? I command blessing of the Lord to come upon your band. You are not listening. I command the blessing of the Lord to come upon your life. Overtaking blessing, receive it this morning. He said, and on everything to which you put your hands upon. That means anything you will lay your hands upon in 2019, the blessing of the Lord will rest upon it. Say loud that with me, I will not be poor. That's why the blessing of the Lord will rest upon my life. You see, when you are blessed, you are joyful. That's somebody joyful. Many want you to be crazy, but you have to be joyful. But you need to disappoint them that I am blessed. That's what I am blessed. In Amplified Bible, it says fortunate. Fortunate is different from luck. In the word, and people normally look it at a word, lucky. But in God, it's fortunate. Fortunate means 100% will come to pass. When we talk about luck, it's 50-50. God doesn't use luck. God uses fortunate. Have you ever seen people say that it's just fortunate? Because there's a perfect blessing upon his life. People say it's just fortunate. 100%. It's just fortunate. Many of you today, anywhere you will appear, heaven will appear with you. You are not listening. There are some of you that will fight battle in this new week that we're going. And the Lord will make you fortunate in the name of Jesus. Another thing in that Bible, that blessed is the man. If you see the bracket amplify one, it said prosperous. When you are blessed, whatever you touch, prosper. That is why it is an error for you as a child of God to copy people. You are not the same. Stop copying people. I was talking to a brother this way. He said, stop copying last week. Stop copying people. Now, because somebody go ahead of you does not mean he has passed you. Our journey is different. You know, it is different. You are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood. You are peculiar. You are special. You see, it is an error for you to just let anybody talk you down. Or talking to somebody is the reason. Don't let anybody talk you down. That you are nobody. That is his own perspective. Now, why the one that I'm serving said, I am a chosen generation. I'm special. I might be going through some tough time now, but that is not me. It's just a process. That's when I'm coming out. Can you say, I'm coming out? Tell the person, I'm coming out. When you show up anywhere, God will show up with you. Prospering, there is invisible God working with you. Invisible, that you can't see. Invisible. Invisible. You see, people that are blessed, that have understand the principle of God, they do things with God. They don't care. They believe that God is with them. There's some battle they are fighting. They don't even know how they're going to fight it. They just leave it to God. And they just soak themselves in worshiping God. Have you ever soaked yourself in worshiping God? Worshiping God is not when you sing alone. Worshiping God is when you just give everything to him. That God, it is you. I give it up to you. Have your way. That is when you are in covenant with God. When you are in a covenant with God, everything changes. Covenant with God is for you to have blood relationship with God. God was talking to Abraham, and I will soon end with this one. I want to end with this covenant. Another secret mystery of a blessed man is a covenant. In Genesis chapter 15, God told Abraham, he said, enter a covenant with me. And God said, get animal, you want to know? And divide them in parts. And along the line, God passed through the animal, and he saw that God had covenant with him. But there's a level God wants to take him to again. In Genesis chapter 17, God told him, it's not even animal anymore. I want your blood. Have you ever served God with blood? He's talking about your heart, your whole total. Anything that is taking your blood is taking your heart. Now, have you served God to the point of your heart that you are shedding blood? In it's because you don't have covenant with somebody that is lower than you. You enter covenant with somebody that is higher than you, that can protect you. Lower tribe always enter covenant with higher tribe for benefits. And that is why marriage is not for love and chichi only. Marriage is for covenant. So if you are sleeping around with people you've not yet married, you are entering covenant. God will not help you. That person carry covenant of struggle. Yeah, you know, some of you don't pray. Yeah. And I've learned from experience now. When people come to me, Pastor, I've prayed. And God said it's the person, but I've prayed. Somebody pray in Jakwandi, somebody pray in Jakoda, somebody prayed in so what do you want me to do? So I just want you also to pray. Or you have told me that God have told you is the person. So my prayer is that the day will be good. I'm telling you the truth. That's what the day will be good. Because if you have told me that you have prayed, 3 pastors have prayed, and God told you that is the person. So what is the essence of me praying? It's a waste of time. Energy. I have a lot of things to think about. It's not your case. I love you. But since you have prayed, anybody can pray for you. It's the same prayer. Yeah. So, someone was telling me, say, Pastor, you didn't force me. I all hard work like you, be forcing you. Is that not abuse? I can't be forcing you. It's when you obey. But Bible says something very powerful, and my time is up. Bible said the moment he said, circumcise every male in your house. Circumcise every male. Genesis chapter 17. Now I can tell you the story that happened in that Bible verse. After they circumcise every male, that is why you find that every 8 days when they have a child, they name the child and circumcise the child. It's not just the naming. It's not the naming. It's the covenant. They push the children into covenant. That is the biblical. It's not, we're just not naming and just drinking and eating anything, just doing party. No, anytime they are doing naming, you are giving that child to God. It's a covenant. 8 days, that is the biblical one. 8-day covenant. Some of you have different culture, that's fine. But in biblical, it's a covenant. A covenant with God. And what you benefit is protection from God. Now think, if God enter covenant with you, he told himself, my covenant with you have not changed. The moment he circumcised himself in Genesis 18, that's fine. They have to send 3 angels to him to do a test for him. It was a problem. After the covenant, they told him what God have promised you since over 24 years. By this time, next year is coming to back. Covenant enforce what God have promised you to come to pass. God promised you does not mean it will come to pass. He promised Eli. Not that Eli entered covenant with God. God changed. He said, no, I changed my mind. Eli, you are not becoming anything. Oh, it's a promise to Eli, not a covenant. It's a covenant. But he told Abraham, I enter covenant with you. So I've entered covenant with you and your children. It's a covenant. God tested, I want to another covenant with you. Give me the best child that you have. While he was about to slaughter, he appeared. He said, don't touch the child. You see, until you understand the principle of covenant with God, you will not be able to move beyond certain level. The secret of the mystery of some blessed people is their covenant with God. That I will serve you with all my life. Now, covenant with God simply tell you that I have covenant with God. I won't serve other God. I won't be moved by what people are saying. You can't have covenant with God and also be having covenant with the world. Friendship with the world is enmity with God. You see, when you have covenant with God, you can't be dancing in front of God and be dancing in clubhouse also. It can't be. You can't be comfortable coming to the presence of God, also having a communion in the presence of devil. I'm not saying club when it's the company of devil. So I was talking to a sister. I said, Pastor, just busy. She's very free with me. She said, I went to club yesterday. I said, that's good. I said, do you enjoy the place? So I'm having a headache. So it's part of the benefit. I said, what do you do? Do you drink? I said, no, I didn't drink. But the smoke. So you are testing how hell will look like. Some of you don't smoke, but you inhale it. You experience. Say, let me express how hell will look like. Now someone said, Pastor, if I smoke, am I going to heaven? You will go to heaven. I'm not saying not go to heaven. But you know your heart also is dying gradually. Your relationship with God. Covenant with God. If it's the one that is your source, you have to please him. Now, some of us, maybe I will complete this next week. You see, when you enter covenant with God, it will be hard for people to be begging you to serve God. But David said, I was so joyful when they told me we should come to the house of. They don't need to beg you. You say, what can I do? What can I do? Do you know that we don't have enough time? Oh, I don't know how old you are, but do you know every day the time is running. Now, and if you have been coming to this church, don't let devil speak to you. That way I'm coming from, they misuse me. You have to be used. Are you not praying? Lord, use me, use me. Then you are calling that they are using you, you are complaining. Say, Pastor, they misuse me in that place. That's the prayer you pray. Lord, use me. Lord, use me. I want to be used. To be sincere, that's my major prayer. Lord, use me in any way you want to use me. If God should use you, He can't abandon you. He said, I've not asked the house of Jacob to seek me in vain. This morning, the blessed man must have perspective of God, must learn to enter covenant with God, must learn to see things in the way of God. If indeed you want to be blessed in 2019, enter a covenant with God. Rise up on your feet this morning. Your feet this morning. Do you get what I said this morning? Or does it sound parable to you? Do you get something this morning? Do you believe you are blessed? Do you believe you are blessed? Do you desire to be blessed? Again, do you desire to be blessed? Why did I talk about the blessed? Because you must know the benefit of being blessed. If you don't know the benefit of being blessed, you will not know how to give yourself to Him. I want you to pray with all your heart. Lift up your hands to heaven. And you cannot be blessed until you really submit your heart to Him. Give your heart to Him. Today is part 1 of this message. I want you to lift up and, oh Lord, let your blessing rest upon me.
One week without God makes 1 week. Wanna be a part of our services every week to be empowered? Don't miss it. Be there.